The show will be starting soon. Settle in for a great program tonight on the PageantCast.
In 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the PageantCast.com. We're about to have a live show. If you want to participate, make sure to log in on our social stream and our chat room. We might be able to see some of them. Of course, when you do a live show, we got to keep the stream live, so that's always of the utmost importance. But if you have a great question out there, we just might use it on today's program. So if you put something out on our chat, it is fair game for us to use on today's show. Hope you enjoy the PageantCast. Of course, check us out on our YouTube page, where this show will go after we're complete with the program today. Of course, we got lots of great stuff that we want you to check out at PageantCast.com. So check it all out, PageantCast.com, or go to our YouTube channel. Hope to see you all there. And now it's just about time for our live show.
TKPN.
Welcome to the PageantCast, your home for beauty pageant news and interviews on the internet.
We are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our studios in beautiful downtown Muskego, the land of lakes and landfills. Hope you all are having a wonderful evening. We have a great guest coming on our show tonight. So make sure when you see this video that you click on the YouTube icon, which will be in the lower, let's say, that'll be the right-hand corner. Click on the YouTube icon and get to the actual YouTube page. That's where the chat room is. Not on Facebook if you're watching it through there. Not on PageantCast.com. You need to get over to YouTube, and that's where we'll see your chat. And then you can participate later on in the program. So let's get things started, and we're going to start in 5, 4. You're watching the PageantCast, so pleased that you could join us. I'm Tim Crunchman, and this is the TKPN studio headquarters in Muskego, Wisconsin. We're so excited because we have a great guest for tonight's program. Hello, Saryna Ritter. She's your international Ms. Illinois. Hello, Saryna. How are you?
I'm great, Tim. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be on the show.
We're excited to have you on the show. Now, you do a lot of traveling. I don't even know where you are right now. Where are you?
I know. I feel like where's Waldo half the time. But right now, I'm in beautiful Wallingford, Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yes.
That's the way I remember how to spell that state. Otherwise, I'm a mess on that one. Or you just, abbreviate it. That's always a process. Fantastic. Who knows where you'll be tomorrow. It's always something with you. And you're preparing on the road. Now, that is not for beginners. I happen to know that you have participated in a pageant or two in the past. So I'm going to start with one of our regular questions. Saryna, what are some of your pageantants or your past pageant experiences?
Oh, you're gonna really start aging me here, Tim. I've been in I've been in pageant I've been in pageantry for almost the last 20 years. Some of my most notable titles were winning Miss Royalty International 2014. I won Miss Illinois International for the international organization in 2012. I won Miss Illinois US International in 2010, which was a fantastic system. It fed directly overseas to the international organization as well. Also Galaxy, County Fair, Miss America, you name it. I won titles here and there, but I've always found pageantry to be extremely rewarding, so I want to continue the journey.
So, Saryna, you obviously know what the good pageants are, what the bad pageants are. What made you choose International Miss as your next pageant to compete in?
It was a really difficult choice, to be honest, Tim. I was looking for something different. I definitely moved up in the age bracket. I'm no longer in my 20s and being in my 30s. I was looking for something just a little bit different, and I was having a hard time putting my finger on it. And I'm doing all this research, and I saw this pageant. And I started watching the videos and looking at the amazing women that were involved last year. It immediately spoke to me on many levels, as these women are of integrity, they're involved, they're mature women out there truly making a difference. All the pageants out there are absolutely wonderful, and they all bring something to the table, but this pageant in particular, it spoke to me, and I felt immediately drawn to it, and that I wanted to participate and join these women. They always say that this pageant is about women of excellence, women of enterprise, and I feel that's really where I'm at in my life, and I felt like this was my calling to come to this pageant organization.
Well, I feel blessed to have you on the show because it's a new pageant system. I don't know anything about it. I'm sorry. I'm totally uneducated on this one, and luckily I have a true pageant teacher in the other room here along the Skype line with us. So, Saryna, tell us a little bit about this pageant and speak to us as competitors, because that's who's watching. It's not a bunch of guys like me.
Right.
It's other competitors. So tell us all about the pageant. First of all, what are some of the different portions of it? What are some of the sections and phases of competition that you have in this pageant?
Well, it's a really exciting pageant. There's actually so much going on. 40% of your score is going to be interview. And then 10% is going to be your photogenic score, which is scored alongside of your interview as well. Then there's an intro video, which this was a phase of competition that I found very interesting. In all my years of competing, I've never had to make an intro video, so this really put me to the test, and to be a little bit creative and outside the box and to show myself the best I could. But that's 10%. 10% is also evening gown. 10% is going to be resort wear, which is a 1 or 2 piece swimsuit, something cute you'd wear to a resort. You can have a sarong, you can have a really cute cover, whatever it may be. Also, they have a runway portion. So girls, get your high heels ready. It's an all-white runway competition. So a lot of these pageants are doing like a white party or a coronation party. But this is going to be, instead of fashion wear, which it's still kind of fashion wear, expressing yourself in an all-white outfit. I think it's just kind of leveling the playing field, getting us all in a very similar-esque outfit or color scheme, and seeing what we can bring to the runway. Also, there's going to be 10% will be your multimedia. So all of us young ladies, we have these awesome fan pages. So if you've not had the opportunity to like mine or to check out the International Ms. page, please do so. Mine is International Ms. Illinois, MS. So make sure you're checking out International MS or International MS Illinois. Make sure that you like it and follow our journey to the national pageant. But those are the phases of competition. So there's actually a lot going on. There's a lot to offer in this system. I think it's a really, really nice dynamic.
Okay, what I'm impressed with is that you could remember all those, because there were approximately 75 phases of competition. I'm really surprised by the intro video. That's not too common. I do know there's a couple pageants that unofficially are making you do that and then like not telling you until you've already paid to be in it. I know I've heard a few times where there's been like a social media phase. Sometimes it's voluntary. Sometimes it's an extra thing. This is integrated right into the pageant itself. So this is very innovative. I haven't heard of this a whole lot before. So that's very interesting. Now, which competition are you most excited about?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I mean, we all love gown. Who doesn't love evening gown? I love anything on stage, but really interview. I love interview. It's your opportunity to really showcase what you bring to the table, why you would be a great representative for the pageant, and it's your one opportunity to show the judges why you really want this. We all compete in pageantry, and honestly, we all want the same thing. We want to win. At the end of the day, we do. But it's also about how you can grow as a person. And I can tell you, through all my years of pageantry and all of my interviews I have, every single one, I have learned something bigger and better about myself, and I feel it's made me a better person. So interview by far is my favorite.
Well, you're always very engaging in your interview, and I'm glad to see you exactly as I remember you here again tonight. Now, this kind of leads me, okay, we talked about the pageant itself, and why don't we quickly talk about where it's being held and when and what's going on there?
Yes, so if any of you guys live in the Northeast or in New York City, we'd love to have you, or it's just a quick flight away. But the actual pageant is going to be September 3rd, so it's actually next weekend. In 2 weekends. It's going to be Labor Day weekend. And all of us contestants are going to be at the Empire Hotel. That's where we're going to be doing everything. And then we'll be going over to the theater as well. Now, to get all of your information for the pageant, go to internationalmizpageant.com. And there's going to be ticket information where you can buy them beforehand or at the door. But we'd love to see how many wonderful people we're going to have coming to the pageant. So definitely get your tickets early. You want the best seat in the house. Or you can check out the Facebook page and Instagram. If you're going to Facebook, it's going to be facebook.com/internationalmiz. Or if you're on Instagram, go to International Ms. Pageant, and you can find all the information there. And we'll be posting lots and lots of updates on all of our fan pages. And I know the International Reigning Queen will be posting lots of updates on all of our social media outlets as well.
That is fantastic. And you know, a big part of any pageant as well, I'll let you introduce it because it's time now for Show and Tell. I'm going to the chalkboard. Let me write this down. There we go. All right, let's see your show and tell item that you brought here tonight.
Well, I thought there was nothing better than my beautiful, awesome state crown that you get for doing the wonderful International Ms. Pageant. I mean, come on, ladies. I know you guys all want this crown. I'm sure you want to be competing next year for this pageant. So check out this crown. And I love it. It's gold. So many, I have countless crowns from over the years. I love this because it's gold. It's different. It's really pretty. It sits so nicely on your head. And guess what? On the back, it doesn't go all the way around. So you can have a perfect hairdo every single time. We all know how important that is. We spend so much time on our hair. Also, I've got my amazing sash as well. I'm very, very proud to be rocking this. Ooh. So, International Ms. Illinois. Oh, yes. But so, that's my show and tell that I thought was nothing better than my beautiful crown and sash.
So, you're pro sash because sometimes I talk to pageant girls and they're anti-sash. You like the sash.
No, you got to wear the sash. You earned that right. You have to wear the crown. You have to wear the sash. I mean, when you walk into somewhere wearing this, they immediately want to go, hey, you. I want to know all about you. What are you doing? Where are you from? I'm in Connecticut right now, so they're going, Illinois, what are you doing here? So it's a great talking opportunity. So girls, you want to wear your sash all the time, definitely.
What a lot of you don't know is that Saryna actually walks around everywhere she goes in her sash and tiara for the entire year. You cannot see her without that on. That's just kind of how she rolls. So.
Oh yeah, regular day grocery shopping every day.
Going into the donut shop. Who are we kidding? You're a pageant girl. You're not allowed in a pageant shop, into a donut shop. All right. Now, a question I have for you. You've been around pageants there for a week and a half or so. So what publications or websites do you use to keep up on pageants?
Well, the nice thing now is we have a bounty of websites, different publications, magazines, whatever it be, whatever you really want. Literally, it's at your fingertips. Whether you're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, whatever it is, you can always find an amazing article. And there's so many great bloggers right now, just like PageantCast. You can keep up to date on everything they have to offer on all of their social media outlets. So make sure you're checking out the PageantCast. But there's just great organizations. I did a really nice article with Pageant Talk with Burgundy, which is an online magazine. Also, there's Pageant Live. I did an interview with them earlier this year as well. And then there's the Pageant Planet. Like I said, there's just a bounty of resources. I try to also use a lot of word of mouth. When I'm looking for something, I try to find other girls that might have participated in it that can give me. My mom always said, if you want to know the best information, she goes, go to the source. Find somebody that's already participated in what you're looking to do. Find some information out. So that's what I did. I was going around trying to do some research on different Ms. pageants. And when this popped up, I'm scrolling through the photos and videos and looking for as much information as possible. The nice thing was they had so much information on their website. They had so much information on their Facebook page as well. So they answered a lot of my questions beforehand, which was wonderful. Definitely being a busy career woman and you're eager to sign up. I mean, I was ready to sign on the dotted line. I just needed to get that final paperwork in. But to answer your question to the point, really, it's a variety of different resources I use. It just depends on if I'm looking at wardrobe, if I'm looking at competition, whatever it may be. The nice thing with Facebook and Instagram in particular, you can find almost exactly what you're looking for always.
Wouldn't you agree with me, Saryna, that when you're researching a pageant, really one of the things that you should be doing is not going necessarily to whoever won the crown, because they're probably going to be positively spun toward it. But try to find a contestant that this isn't their first pageant, that this isn't the first time they went out, and possibly somebody you competed with in the past, because I think you're going to get the straight dope. You would agree? Yeah.
I absolutely agree. And actually, I had reached out to a previous contestant that competed last year, and I reached out to her and I asked her about her experience, and she said that she had a wonderful experience. She liked the pageant. She liked that it had such a different vibe to it. And again, she told me in length that she had a great experience, and she didn't win.
Right.
You know what I mean? And for somebody to walk away from a pageant, we've all been there. We've been that first runner up, that top 5, whatever it may be. A pageant is also an experience. So for somebody to walk away and said, I would love to do it again. I had an amazing experience. The director was amazing. All of the girls I competed with were so nice. We had so much fun, going around New York City and doing sightseeing, just different things than some other pageant systems do. So I really have to give some credit to her. I don't know if she wants to be named, so I won't name her, but I do appreciate her, reaching back out to me. Because her information was very, very helpful in my final deciding process.
Well, I'll tell you, when I go to pageants as a visitor, and a lot of times I get the behind-the-scenes view of what's going on, really, it is like a really good weekend being set up with travel events and things that you can do. Yes, it's all kind of based and themed around the pageant, but how is that different from going to a convention, going to this, going to that? Going to your class reunion, but this time you're getting to meet some new people, and that's always exciting when you get to do that.
Oh, it is. And this pageant, all of these young ladies that are competing, they have so much to offer. Every single one of them. A lot of these girls are entrepreneurs, which is something that this pageant definitely promotes because they're part of their mission is women of excellence, women of enterprise. Being an entrepreneur myself, I mean, it's a great feeling knowing that you can run your own business and, you know, be a stable woman in today's society, and it's not just a man's world. But these women are of integrity. They're intelligent. They're really moving forward in life. So I'm really, really, really beyond words. I'm excited. I can't wait to meet them. So I just can't wait for the pageant to get here. So September 1st, and my flight just can't get here soon enough.
That's fantastic. Well, we're at the end of this particular episode, and what we're going to want to see is your best pageant wave. Your pageant wave.
Oh, my best pageant wave.
Your best pageant wave. We really need to see this. Hold on, I got to go full screen. Hold on.
Okay,
we need to see that. Now you're full screen. Okay, I like too that she backed off the camera so we could get the whole look. And that is what I call the wibble wobble. And the wibble wobble is very, very complex. There's thousands of muscles involved in this. Very good. Oh, yeah. Really can tell you this is not your first rodeo. So thank you so much for that, Saryna. And
You're welcome.
We're gonna have another episode with you coming up real soon. Thank you so much, and the best of luck at your pageant coming up in just a few weeks. So why don't you look into that camera and tell everybody Tiara Dreams.
I'm sorry?
Say, look into the camera and say Tiara Dreams.
Oh, yes. Tiara Dreams, ladies. Tiara Dreams.
PageantCast. Fantastic. Hey, that was our first episode that we're recording tonight. And we're going to do one more show that we're recording here. I want to talk to the chat room, which chat room isn't real busy. In fact, I'm the only one talking in it right now, so that needs to get going.
Come on, guys, join the chat room. We want to hear the chatter. We want to talk to you.
You know what the issue is? I'm seeing that people are watching on Facebook again. So click on the YouTube icon, get to our YouTube page, and that's where you can enjoy the chat room and type in some questions. So here's how I'm going to threaten all of you. We're going to do the next episode. I'm going to ask her about her platform. If I get some activity in the chat room, we're going to the chat room. If I don't get activity to the chat room, I'm going to do horrible things to Saryna. That's just how it's going to be. It's going to be terrible. And poor Saryna, I don't know how she's going to make it through because I'm a very mean person. So, all right. Is everybody ready? Apparently not. I'm not seeing any activity in the chat room. Of course, the problem is there's a 30-second lag, too, which makes it difficult. So we're going to have to work with what we got. So, here we go. We're going to start with platform, by the way, Saryna. Okay? So, that's where we're going. And we're going to start the next episode in... You're watching the PageantCast. I'm your host, Tim Kretschmann, and so pleased that you could join us today because we have a very special guest in the other room here. Well, not in this room, in Connecticut. We're going to see Saryna Ritter. She is International Ms. Illinois, and she's in Connecticut. Are you lost, Saryna? What are you doing out there?
Oh, just cruising around, checking out the beautiful scenery, seeing all the gorgeous people out here in the Northeast.
Fantastic. Now, do you do most of your travel on the east side, or are you just all over the United States?
I travel from Maine down to Connecticut, and then I travel from Delaware all the way down to South Carolina, Oklahoma, and Louisiana.
So, really, the best way to get a hold of you is simply Facebook. That's pretty well the way to go. All right, fantastic. Well, one of the things you've always been very involved is in your platform. So, Saryna, could you tell us a little bit about Alphabet Kids? Are these kids that eat alphabets, or what is this about?
That's a good joke, Tim. I like it. That's cute.
All right.
Actually, Alphabet Kids is an international organization, and it's actually a several book series, and each one of the books focuses on a different child from a different ethnic background. The books are to encourage children to be more interested in reading, and also the underlying story of each book is about tolerance, how we don't all look the same here, but we all are the same on the inside. We all have a heart, we all have lungs, we all bleed. So it's just a subconscious way of telling the children that we are all the same. But I've been with the organization since 2011, and as part of being with the organization is education, reading, making sure that children have reading materials. So in 2011, when I joined them, I started doing book drives. I do year-long book drives. My book drives never end. So anytime anybody has a donation, I am always taking them on. I make appointments with different schools, preschools, organizations that are in need of literature. So that way, these children have something to read. Also, what I do is I encourage the schools and preschools and organizations to actually give each child a book. And then I also read them a story. So in the last 6 years, I've collected about 3,500 books that I have donated.
Now, I've always been interested in this, and you're the perfect person to ask. These days, people don't buy books like they used to. There's a lot of people using ebooks. I'm a huge ebook nut because I like being able to carry 1,000 different books with me at any time. Though, Lord knows, if I read 3 books at the same time, I get confused. So, all of a sudden, the guy that's into vampire story is on the pirate ship, and I'm like, what's going on? So, is it harder to do book drives these days?
Honestly, I mean, I've had an overwhelming response. I feel that children's books are something that are still very popular. Even though kids like to be on the tablet or whatever it may be, there's so many amazing children books. Anytime you go in Barnes & Noble's, I mean, the children's section, it's packed. It's full of fun reading material. So I think the kids are still drawn to that because to them, it's a tangible item, and they could say, it's mine. I have this many books. So I think that also plays into why kids still like books. However, I think it also comes into play why the reading in the United States is lacking. I mean, the average reading level in the United States is between a 4th and an 8th grade reading level, where the majority of the United States is at a 4th grade reading level, where people are graduating from high school and not even getting to a high school level. And that's another reason I'm part of this. There's so much opportunity that we have in this country. There's so much available nowadays, especially with social media. I want these kids to have an opportunity. And if there's any way that I can even get one kid interested in reading and moving forward and being excited about education, that I'm doing a good job. But I just want to see these kids grow and learn and be excited about their education, because it can be and will be the rest of their life what they do learn.
That's fantastic. I just learned myself that one of my favorite actors growing up was, I'm from Milwaukee, so of course I watch a lot of Happy Days, and I found out that Henry Winkler, the Fonz, he was dyslexic, or he still is dyslexic actually, and he wrote a number of books about having dyslexia for kids, for 2nd grade through, I think it's 4th grade that he has. And I guess I'm kind of out of the whole reading kids books part of my life. I read a lot of technical magazines these days, but fantastic. Well, we are going to go to what is everybody's least favorite game show. It's coming here, and I have to apologize in advance because it's extremely, extremely difficult, and you don't have a ghost of a chance. It's just not going to happen for you. It's going to be very, very sad. But what we are about, be prepared for the stinging defeat that is about to happen, because you are about to be introduced to the Fantastic Favorite 5. That's right, the Fantastic Favorite 5, everybody's least favorite game show. What we do, Saryna, here is, first of all, the rules. Number 1 rule, Tim always wins. Number 2 rule, Tim will win even if he has to change the rules midstream. Third, what's going to happen, I'm going to ask you what your favorite of something is. You're going to answer, and then I'm going to make up a trivia question about it. Here's how I'm cheating. I'm making the genres of things that I'm asking about, stuff that I know a lot about. So that's going to happen. And also I'm just going to cheat regularly throughout the thing. So we're going to start things off with asking you, what's your favorite horror movie?
Ooh, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm going to give you an easy trivia question to start you off with. What is the name of the actor that played Freddy?
Robert Englund.
Excellent! Good job! Woo! You actually got a point, and I'm not going to take it away from you just for fun. So you're going to actually keep that point, which is unusual in this show. Next, what is your favorite theme park or theme park ride?
My favorite theme park, I'm going to have to say, is Cedar Point.
That is an excellent choice. Should I make it difficult or hard?
Bring it on, Tim. Bring it on.
All right. What's the name of the tallest roller coaster at Cedar Point?
Top Thrill Dragster.
Very good. That's 2 in a row. Excellent. That puts you in the lead, which is very unusual. And I'm going to have to enact rule number 74, which is when you get an early lead, we switch point totals. So you are now at 0 and I'm at 2. Thank you very much. So here we go with our third question. You have some digging out to do, young lady. So we're going to go now with your favorite TV show. What is your favorite TV show?
The Golden Girls.
Okay, and I'm going to have to vote against you. You're wrong. That is a terrible TV show. So you've lost now at this point. But we're going to just keep playing just for fun at this point. Your favorite movie genre?
My favorite movie genre would have to be... Oh, that's a really tough one. There's... Action. I grew up sitting on my daddy's lap, and my mom would sneak off to the grocery store, and my dad would put in any Arnold Schwarzenegger movie or Stallone. So I would have to say action. Excellent.
I love action movies. Let's see. Okay, what is the name of the tower that is under assault in the movie Die Hard?
Oh, my dad's going to be so mad I don't know this.
That's why I asked it. This is one that is possible. I actually asked you a possible, but since I have a comfortable lead, I felt generous. You don't know? You don't remember the grisly murder of Mr. Nakatomi at the Nakatomi Plaza? That's right. Yeah. Remember Hans Gruber? I'm going to count to 3. There will not be a 4. Yeah, it's good stuff. I love Alan Rickman. Okay, your favorite fictional character?
Oh, come on. That's such a hard question. You know why?
Too bad. Don't worry, I'm feeling comfortable. I already won.
Exactly, you already won. That's so not fair. Oh, Tim.
I'm horrible.
My favorite fictional character would have to be Barbie.
Barbie. Really? Wow. You know what? Usually I do get a TV or a movie star, not a character or a corporate identity or something like that. So this is fascinating.
Okay, I'll give you one. I'll give you my all-time favorite that is not Barbie. Doris Day. Doris Day, hands down, is my all-time
She's not
favorite.
A fictional character. Well, some would say she is.
But she's still my favorite. So.
That would be your favorite actress or celebrity.
I know, but she should be everything.
I have to think of something with Barbie. In what movie do monstrous Barbies attack under the direction of G.I. Joe type figures.
The Lego movie?
No.
Or no,
I think it's a
Lego
90s.
movie?
I think it's a 90s movie.
Toy Story?
It is directed by Joe Dante, which I know won't help you. That's why I gave it to you.
Okay, I need a clue. Okay.
I did. I
Alex
gave you.
Trebek, I need a clue.
Small Soldiers, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
Small Soldiers. Great movie. I think it's like 91 or 92. A lot of fun, and there are some monstrous Barbies that go to town on people in that thing. It's a great movie. And forgotten. Mainly forgotten, particularly by you, Saryna. So I'm sorry that was a horrendous destruction that just happened there. Very sad.
I know.
But luckily, you can congratulate me on my win at this point.
Tim, I'm going to congratulate you on your cheating win.
What? Oh.
You stole my points. You stole my original points.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
I worked
those are
really
the
hard for
rules. Those are the rules. Okay, just for that, we're going to the chat room, everybody. Questions from the chat room. We do have some questions in the chat room.
Okay.
Been pretty quiet. Been pretty quiet in there. So, in this next pageant that you have entered, what do you think the judge will be looking for? What do you think the judges are looking for in this one?
I think the judges are going to be looking, just like any pageant, I think that they're going to be looking for the best overall candidate. I think that they're looking for somebody that is extremely well-spoken. They're looking for somebody that has drive, determination, also the willingness to take on this big responsibility and promoting this pageant system.
Now, you talked about great communication skills. You obviously have communication skills. One of the questions I get all the time from folks is, are you just that way? Did you train? Were you natural? Did all the competing actually develop that for you? How did it happen for you, Saryna?
I honestly think it's a combination. I was in theater all my life, so I'm going to definitely credit my theater teacher, Mr. Krein. He definitely made such a huge impact on my life and was always saying, Saryna, project, project, project. And he really brought me out of my shell. But competing in pageantry, as far as public speaking, it really solidified that for me. It made me very confident in what I'm doing. So I am very, very thankful the day I decided to do pageants. It definitely paid off.
Fantastic. Well, Saryna, we have to ask you about what last thing do you want to tell our viewers about your year of service?
Well, I want to tell you guys that this really means something to me. I enjoy doing pageantry because I feel that it is rewarding. I believe that the work that I do with my charity truly makes a difference in all of these kids' lives. I believe that your book donations truly make a difference. So everything that I'm doing, I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it because I want to leave a lasting impact on somebody else. You know, my mom always told me, my grandmother always told me that, you know, you can live your life, but it's what you leave behind is what's going to really matter. And I want my legacy someday to be that I made a difference, that I helped children, that I helped them be who they are. And it could be just as simple as giving that child a book, reading them a story, giving them that confidence and support that they need by being a great role model. And every single day when I put on that crown and sash and I go to an appearance, I'm excited about it. Whether I'm reading to kids or I'm supporting my fellow pageant sisters, whatever it may be, I truly, truly enjoy doing this, and I'm so excited for the future. I'm so excited for the international Ms. Pageant system and everything that it holds in front of me and my fellow sister queens, and I absolutely cannot wait to meet everybody in New York. So please follow my journey. It really means a lot to me, and I am very grateful for everybody that has stood by my side all these years since I decided to start competing.
Fantastic, Saryna. Now, I just peeked, and we do have one last question in the chat room, and I think it's a great way for us to end our interview. It's, what will you do if you win?
That is a wonderful question. Well, anytime you're going into a pageant, you should have a plan. And I definitely have a plan, so I don't want to spill all the beans for what I have going on because I want to be able to talk to the judges about it as well. But I have a plan in place of how I want to bring this pageant to the next level and incorporate new states, countries. So you'll just have to stay tuned for everything that I have coming up and the next week and a half coming up to the International Ms. Pageant and find out everything I'm planning on doing and talking about.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for your time tonight, Saryna. Now, as you know, at the end of these episodes, I like to see your best pageant wave. So, Saryna, let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this time, let's see. Okay, she's doing a high angle.
I'm so ready.
Okay, let's see it. Hit us with it. Oh, fantastic. Now, are you a open mouth smiler or are you a closed mouth smiler?
I'm both.
You're both. Okay. I find I can't smile. I am so bad. I cannot smile naturally unless I'm laughing. Otherwise, it's like this. I can't do it. It's just sad, and people ask me, what's wrong with your dental cream? So I always have to laugh, and then I might get a laugh. But, you know, then the smile might develop. But if I think about it, then it's all over. I'm done.
Oh.
So you just let yourself light up. That's so fantastic. Saryna, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. And why don't you look in that camera and give us one last Tiara Dreams.
This is my Tiara Dreams.
Oh my gosh. Fantastic, fantastic, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to, if I can find the right button, there we go. I want to thank everybody that watched live tonight. And Saryna, anything you'd like to tell the folks that are in there live?
Thank you so much for tuning in. We're really excited that you did. And make sure to check out, if you want to share it with your friends, the YouTube channel link. Share it with everybody. Let them know what's going on. Let them know about the International Ms. Pageant System. And hey, if you're interested in learning more information about the International Ms. Pageant System, please, my door is always open. I'd love to find great girls to recruit for next year's pageant.
Your door is always open, but right now you're safe and sound in a hotel room, right? You do close the door.
I swear, Tim, it is locked, and you can't get in this room, but you can get in my Facebook. Absolutely.
Well, you know, I also do a police podcast, so I got to make sure you're safe and sound before we let you go. All right,
Absolutely.
Good. Glad to hear it. Thank you so much, Saryna, and good night, everybody.
Good night.